What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back, Talking Mets with Rob. Thank you for joining in the live edition of Bauer Decision Watch Party. How's everybody doing? Obviously, there's no decision as of yet. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Please comment a text so I can make sure you guys hear me. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Is it happening? I don't know yet, but we'll find out. That's for sure. Yeah, it seems like I just checked his. Okay, Mindy, thank you. Yeah, it seems like Bauer's website went down. It's like they're updating stuff, so we'll find out soon. All right, thanks, Frank. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, what the Mets are planning on giving him for a contract, it's a lot of money. I don't know if the Dodgers are gonna top that at all, but it seems like he might. He might want to be a Dodger. It's taking a long time. There was a lot of reports yesterday that the Mets and Bauer made a deal, but who knows? I mean, we will be giving him $40 million a year. That's a lot of money. But at the end of the day, I think we gotta get him. I think this will be out. If we get him, he'll be the best rotation in baseball for sure. Yeah, at the moment, I got Twitter on the other side, just looking, just refreshing over and over again. So hopefully we can get some news while we're live. Of course, nothing yet, but it seems like he'll just put it on there'll be a link on his YouTube channel, or he'll just post something on the website. But I also was looking at his website too, which I'm checking right now. But I think it's still, his website's still out, so you never know. Yeah, I know, Mindy. A lot of speculation, but we'll get the notification at the same time, and we'll go crazy. That seems to be like the the one thing that I think Bauer wants. But I think he's going to make his decision today. I don't think he's going to keep on waiting, because if he makes, he loves the attention. And if he gets the attention that he wants, if he makes a decision today, tomorrow, Saturday, usually you would talk about the day before the Super Bowl, it'll be all about football, but it'll be all about Bauer if he signs with the Mets or not. So I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, it's 2:40, 2:45 right now, and he still didn't make a decision. I think he'll make a decision soon. It just seems that way. Like everything's setting up for that. Yeah, Frank, he's doing like a LeBron type of thing, which, he ain't LeBron and he ain't the best player in baseball. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But for sure, I don't really know, what he's going to do, obviously, but it seems like he can have, he's getting exactly what he wants. He wants the attention on him, and that's what he got. All right, guys. So the recap of the people who just joined, don't forget to like this video, guys. I'm going to be here for about probably an hour or so. Hopefully something goes down, maybe a little longer. Hopefully we can see what happens. Maybe Bauer will make his decision soon so we can talk about it. No matter if he goes to the Mets or the Dodgers, we have a lot to talk about, because it gives us the Mets other things to do with that money that they were going to give Bauer. But, maybe they'll move over to Jackie Bradley Jr. and everything like that. Mindy, let me see. I didn't quite understand totally what I read about JD Davis. Because Oh no, with JD Davis, he lost the arbitration case. The Mets don't have to pay him the extra $325,000. That was the DA Sport. Oh yeah, Bauer to the Dodgers. You seen that? I didn't see nothing yet. If that's the case, I'd be not very happy. Oh shit, I just saw that. Sorry to cursing, guys, but yeah, I just saw it. Damn. Yeah, John Heyman just reported that Bauer to the Dodgers. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, guys. So if you haven't seen Bauer to the Dodgers, John Heyman just reported. Yep, he's going to the Dodgers, guys. Wow. You know what? Well, yeah, that sucks. I mean, yeah, basically what Bauer did, he was trolling the Mets fans all day. That's what he was doing. It sucks, but I'm not mad. It wasn't like the top pitcher in baseball that we were trying to get. there was always a decision. There was always that little hope that he would come to the Mets, but it did seem like the Dodge ever since yesterday, like it seemed like the Dodgers were going to be one. Yep. So guys, Bauer to the Dodgers. I don't know the details yet of the contract, but either the Dodgers gave him more years or more money. I don't know, but if he took less money and less years to go to the Dodgers, he clearly didn't want to come here. No matter what we might have thought, it just that sucks. Huh. Yeah, I'm pissed off because I think that would have made us the best rotation in baseball. But let's see what the Mets do here. Maybe they did everything they can to get Bauer. I mean, they were willing to give him 40 million a year with an opt out the first and second year. So at the end of the day, there's really nothing we can do. You know, the Mets did everything they can. Maybe they'll try to go after Jackie Bradley Jr. Maybe they'll go after a little bit more bullpen help. Maybe they'll focus on Jake Odorizzi now or Taiwan Walker as a back end type of rotation guy. But yeah, Michael. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Yeah, Odorizzi and JB and Jackie Bradley Jr. Why not? I mean that's all I can think of. It sucks. I'm a little disappointed because when you can always get a pitcher of that caliber, even though he hasn't had a lot of great seasons, but he did win the Cy Young last year. So I mean, maybe he did find himself pitching wise, but I mean, it really does suck, guys. I mean, the Mets basically, for the most part, lost out on every big free agent. The three big free agents, Realmuto, Springer, Bauer. Now one of them went to the Mets. So everybody. I mean, I think almost all of us, all of Met fans, would have put money on that the Mets would at least got one of them. And Buster Olney too, putting up his farm that the Mets would get 2 out of 3. And we didn't get none. Yeah, we got Francisco Lindor, but that was a trade. So technically, the Mets. I mean, what did they do with that money? It. I mean, they gave they signed McCann because McCann was willing to sign earlier than JT Realmuto. I mean, I don't know how much more they liked McCann over Realmuto. I mean, you got to be crazy to like McCann over Realmuto, but what Realmuto got from the Phillies, $115 million, is not a lot of money. So, I don't know. I'm a little. I got mixed feelings, and I think you guys do too. But let me check the chat, see what's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, Mindy. I don't know if this Bauer thing was about the pandemic. I think it was more of him just wanting to go home. I mean, the Dodgers came into this kind of late, about a week ago. It was mostly the Angels, and then the Mickey Callaway thing happened, and it just seemed like the Angels didn't want to deal with Bauer. And then all of a sudden, the last week, the Dodgers started to get heavily involved. It seemed like it was the Mets or bust, and just wasn't anymore. Yeah, Rolla. Bauer he really did. I mean, sucks. You know what? But at the end of the day, you know what? When LA comes to New York and there's fans in the ballpark, there's one chant we got to say, hey, Bauer, you suck. That's the chant, guys. That's what I'm telling you right now. Everybody's got to start chanting that. And if we actually end up in the ballpark when LA comes, I don't know exactly when they come to New York, but I know we go to LA in August. I know that. I'm not sure when they come to New York, but yeah, he trolled Met fans. That's for damn sure. With the whole website and the signed Met hat, and even if you signed up with his email, up with the email, you got an email showing Mets gear and all that. So he trolled us. You know what? Excuse my language, but he's an asshole for doing that. He couldn't have just been an adult, and of course with his little. I think Rachel Luba is great for the sport to be an agent as a woman, but she had a hand in this too. And you know what? LeBron was more of a, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of people were a little pissed off with LeBron when he did that decision on ESPN, but he didn't troll anybody. He was just there. They were talking to him, and then he made his decision. It wasn't him going on Twitter and all social media places and his website or whatever, and trolling every team that's interested in LeBron. Bauer did that, and let's be honest, Bauer's not even close to the image LeBron is. So I feel like Bauer made his decision a while as soon as the offers came out, exactly what happened. I felt like Bauer just knew he was going to the Dodgers and just prolonged it. And but at the end of the day, the Mets have $40 million that they were going to give Bauer, and see if they use it. They spend it wisely. Jackie Bradley Jr., maybe some bullpen. Maybe they'll explore third base now. Maybe Chris Bryant, Eugenio Suarez, things like that. That's only, I think we have to use that. Yeah, and also Ramirez too from Cleveland. That's another one. Antonio, good job. Yeah, for that. That's what I'm thinking. I did a video on everybody that Antonio was talking about with Gray, Suarez, Ramirez, Jackie Bradley Jr. Maybe they will explore that third base route now. Why not? Yeah, we might have to give a prospect or two, but at the end of the day, I was talking about this in my video with Eugenio Suarez and Gray trade rumors and to the Mets. It just makes sense that, Ronnie Mauricio, he's our top prospect in the system. We understand that. But at the end of the day, where is he going to play? He's projected to come up next year, maybe 2023. But at the end of the day, if you're going to say if the Mets are going to keep to keep Davis is going to be the third baseman. So Mauricio really has nowhere to play. Obviously, you got Lindor, you got McNeil at second. So Mauricio has nowhere to play. So it's like you might as well use him in a deal to get Eugenio Suarez, who was 29 years old, and he was an all-star 2 years ago, and he hit 40 plus home runs, 39 plus home runs. I think it was 2017, and 2018, or 2018, 2019. I mean, he's a good player. Maybe the Mets will explore that, but I don't want to overpay for Jackie Bradley Jr. because we lost out on Bauer. It just, yeah, kind of. We unfortunately heard the news. It sucks. It is what it is, but let's see if the Mets use it wisely. Maybe a lot more things. Gushy, you're killing us. Come on. Yeah, you can have Bauer. That's all right. Do we really think of your World Series as what counts? No, but hey, the Dodgers got a pitcher. They got a guy behind Bueller. They honestly they needed it too. They won the World Series last year, but let's be honest, their starting pitcher wasn't great. You got Bueller, Kershaw is at the end of his road, so it just makes sense. The Mets didn't get him. Just is what it is. Antonio, two prospects, Familia, Betances, JD, Smith, Nimmo have to be true. I don't know about all of them, but for one of those third basemen, for Suarez or Ramirez, because I don't know, that's a lot to give up. Because it really depends on what we do. Because I think the Mets are gonna start exploring the trades right now for third base. I think they're really gonna focus on that now. Because again, I know Sandy Alderson, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, gave a vote of confidence to Davis about him being the opening day for third baseman. But again, I take that with a grain of salt when it comes to Sandy. So, but if we can get Ramirez or Bryant, or I really think Bryant is probably a better chance because probably don't have to give up as much because he's only on a 1-year deal until he's a free agent. Yeah, for Ramirez, that's a lot. I don't know if Cleveland's gonna, because that's a lot for just Ramirez. If they can give a Shane Bieber, I take that. But yeah, for Ramirez, I wouldn't give up that much. I'll still give up Mauricio, and obviously JD will have to go in there. But again, see, I know you would want to get rid of Familia and Betances, but combined Familia and Betances makes $20 million, and I don't think Cleveland wants any money going back their way. So it's mostly a salary dump but they also want prospects because Ramirez is under control for I think the next 2 years. So I think that's a lot to give up. I don't think it's worth giving him up that much. But yeah, well, Bauer didn't make his decision when we were live, so I guess that's a good thing. But I know Twitter's going like absolutely insane right now. Like people are just not happy. But you know what can you expect? It is what it is. The hell with him. Yeah, I'm just looking at Twitter right now just to see what people are. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean it seems like it's been confirmed. Yeah, yeah. Trevor Bauer just put up on YouTube. I can't wait, Dodger fans. Yeah, so it's clearly official, but and then Mike Puma just wrote the Mets still have a rotation hole to fill. Yeah, it's true. Are the Mets gonna look for a left-hander like Paxton? I don't know, but yeah, Tony, I wasn't a big fan of Bauer either, but at the end of the day, there wasn't many pitches out there that was better than him, and I still feel like he found something last year. He had a higher spin rate. He was just he could have figured things out. Pitchers do that. Especially older pitchers in their 30s. Like look at DeGrom. You know, it's not like he found it at 26, 25, 26 years old. When he got into, close to 30, 29, 20, 28, 29, 30 years old, he started to find it. And, DeGrom's spin rate went up a lot too. So it's possible that he just, that, Bauer just found it. And, it would suck that if he goes to the, he's going to be pitching for the Dodgers and he pitches like crazy and pitches really well. And then, we're going to be like, damn, who cares about that $40 million? But at the end of the day, we didn't get him. Use the money elsewhere. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of trade options. We talked about Jake Odorizzi. We talked about Taijuan Walker. I do like Taijuan Walker a little bit, though. I like him a little bit more than Odorizzi. But Odorizzi, I wouldn't mind. We're looking for the back end of the rotation now. But it does suck. The rotation would have looked really nice with Bauer in there. But at the end of the day, yeah, Antonio, I'm good with that rotation too. It's not terrible, but it would have been nice, since Syndergaard's not going to be back until probably like late May, early June. So it is what it is. But I'm a little upset. But like from yesterday, like I said, if no rumor came out that the Mets had to deal with Bauer, if those rumors didn't come out yesterday, I don't think it would have been a big shock to Mets fans if he went to the Dodgers, and more people would have been less pissed off if he would have went to the Dodgers. It's just that we got thrown to the mud yesterday. Everybody thought the Mets got Bauer, and then all of a sudden, now we don't. But like I said, all these reporters. I do have to say something about these reporters. A lot of almost all of us follow God knows how many reporters on the on Twitter, and all of them claim that the Mets were the favorite. So either their reporting sucks or they just got bad sources. But what we haven't really heard much about the Dodgers at all when it came to sources, except that they were the second team. So I don't know. Like I do have a feeling Bauer made up his decision. Like yesterday with Rachel Luba, his agent, put up, it's down to 2. But is that really true? Were they both negotiating with both teams? I doubt it. I think the Mets made their offer and that was it. But don't see the only issue, and somebody made a good point on Twitter, and I agree with this. Like, if the Mets are willing to give $40 million to Trevor Bauer, why weren't they willing to give another $25 million to Springer and give him that 6 years, 150, and he would have been a Met? That makes perfect sense because like we needed a right-handed bat in this lineup. He's a center fielder, which we need, and now we don't have it. We don't have a center. Nimmo's not a center fielder. I don't care how much you like Nimmo. Nimmo's not a center fielder. We all love Dom Smith. Dom Smith's not a left fielder. And you're going to hurt your defense in center field and left field if you put both of them in the position they're at now. And it's not smart. It's like if you're trying to win a World Series, You can't have guys playing out of position like that. You just can't. Nimmo's a competent center fielder, but he's not. He's bad on reading balls. He can't go back on balls. He has to play shallow because he can't come in on balls that well. And when he goes back on balls, he has a hard time with it. And Nimmo's a really good leadoff hitter. Also, he's an on base type of guy, but it sucks. Rachel Luba, so excited for your next chapter with the Dodgers. Yeah, he can go screw himself. I don't really care. But anyway, he's going to the Dodgers, guys. If you haven't heard, if you just joined the live chat, going to the Dodgers. But yeah, Joey, good luck trying to beat the Padres. But at the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. We can't get what couldn't get what we wanted. It is what it is. But I feel like the more disappointing thing is losing out on Springer, even though some people thought Springer in 6 years, 150 was too much. But at the end of the day, the Mets needed Springer. The Mets didn't really need Trevor Bauer. But if I had to choose between Springer and Bauer, I would have loved to choose Springer. But Springer is what the Mets needed more. So it is disappointing, but even if we do get Jackie Bradley Jr., great center fielder, but he's another left-handed bat in that lineup. And do we really need another left-handed bat? That's why Suarez could be a big help also. But, I mean, you're only swapping Suarez with Davis. So, it's not adding an extra right-handed bat. But we're very left-handed. And I don't know if that's going to hurt us during the year, but we'll see about that. But you know what, guys? It is what it is. We can't do nothing about it now. Let's give that $40 million and spread it around to make this team better. Maybe it's Jackie Bradley Jr. I don't know of any other any other center fielder that we could get. But, Kiermaier, maybe. But another left-handed bat. So, yeah, you see the Dodger fans on here trolling a little bit, but that's okay. Hey, they won the championship last year, right? They can talk. Yeah. So don't forget, guys, please like this video. Don't forget if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do get more videos, get more live streams, get all the notifications. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support. I hit 200 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be giving a jersey giveaway for hitting 200 subscribers. So look out for that video and how you can enter to win the jersey. And this is the jersey right here. Just so you guys know, it's the 1987 Road Mets jersey. That's the only time they use this script. So I'm going to be doing a video about the free giveaway. So I'm waiting for this jersey in a size large to come in the mail. So that would be the jersey I'll give away. And I'll tell you more details in the video that I'm going to be doing soon, that I'm going to be posting probably in a few days. So all you guys can get a chance to participate in the raffle, so you can possibly win this jersey. Yeah, Fernando, we heard. Unfortunately, is what it is. Spread the wealth, but I think the Mets had they have other things that they're probably ready to do. They were just waiting on this decision. So, yep. I mean, I was just looking at Twitter some more. Yeah, Mets Twitter. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. I mean, we've gotten screwed for the most part this year when it comes to free agents. Yeah, see, a lot of people are talking about the Cubs and Brian and Hendricks. I did a video about that, and I think it's a smart move if the Mets can try to get Bryant and try to get Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks is a really good pitcher. I mean, he had I think a 3.2 ERA last year, and around the 3 ERA, a little over 3.2 ERA in 2019. I'd take Kyle Hendricks in the middle of that rotation and then put Bryant at third. That's not, it's a right-handed bat. Lord knows we need it. It's it's disappointing because of all, really, we wouldn't have been that disappointed if he went to the Dodgers if all that news didn't come out yesterday that he was close to signing with the Mets. So, but at the end of the day, see, here's the problem that I have with a couple of reporters here. With Bob Nightingale, we already know that he's an idiot. But Trevor Bauer does a 180 and leaves the Mets and money at the altar, signing with the Dodgers. So what does that really mean? Did Bauer take less money and less years to go to the Dodgers? Because if all indications that he was signing with the Mets and the Mets had an idea that he was going to sign with them, then clearly Bauer used the Mets just to get to the Dodgers and maybe a little more money. But you know what? What can you do, guys? It is what it is. Nothing we can do now. Allocate that money elsewhere. But I think we can use that money wisely. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe, like I said, there's a couple of trade scenarios that we can look at. Obviously, Arenado's off the table now. The Mets weren't really looking or talking to the Rockies about Arenado, but they definitely were talking to the Cubs about Chris Bryant. Maybe that starts to heat up again with Kyle Hendricks and Chris Bryant. Maybe the Suarez-Gray with Cincinnati starts to heat up more, because we do need another pitcher. There's no doubt about that. I don't trust Sonny Gray as much as I would trust Kyle Hendricks, but Sonny Gray's a good pitcher, and I think what we've seen in Cincinnati is the pitcher he really is, and I don't feel like New York was the biggest concern when it came to Sonny Gray. I think it was more of the fact of the Yankees telling him to not throw certain pitches, and that was the biggest problem that I think he had, which affected him pitching on the mound, which affected him in New York. And I think he would just be a better pitcher. He would just be what he is in Cincinnati with the Mets, no doubt about it. That's my opinion. But I think you guys got to look out for it. I really think that the Mets are going to look for a trade. You can kill two birds with one stone. You can upgrade third base. You can upgrade the pitching staff a little bit with Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks, or with Suarez and Gray. I would not be surprised if the Mets start looking at that. Why not? Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. Obviously, Bauer chose the Dodgers over the Mets. Please like this video, guys. Subscribe to my channel. A little update. I'm going to be giving a free jersey giveaway, which is the one I'm wearing here. When I do the video about how to enter to have a chance to get this Mets jersey, the 1987 road jersey, I will post a video about it and how to enter, and you'll have an idea of how you can win, how to do it. I'm going to let you know is because I hit 200 subscribers from the support from you guys. That's why I'm doing it. So I hit 200 subscribers. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. So look out for that video about the free jersey giveaway. All right, guys? Hey, congratulations to the Dodger fans. You got a championship, and before the championship, you traded for Mookie Betts. You signed a long-term deal with him, and now you got Bauer. Hey, what can I say? He wanted to go home. That's the only thing I can think of. But, hey, nothing else we can do about it, right, guys? Yeah, I said I was going to stay on here an hour, but clearly Bauer made his decision, which came very quickly. Yep, see a lot of people on Twitter right now, the whole thing about Chris Bryant now and Kyle Hendricks. It's a big deal again. I'm going to repost that video for everybody to start watching because, I was really emphatic in that video about the Mets going after Bryant and Kyle Hendricks. I really thought that was one of the best options. If you were going to give Bauer $40 million for 1 year and giving him, or for 3 years and giving him an opt-out after 1 year, you can get Kyle Hendricks and Chris Bryant, and you have Chris Bryant for 1 year. We probably won't sign Chris Bryant with to extend him, but it's not really about that. The Cubs are trying to get rid of his salary also, and again, you can give Ronnie Mauricio in that deal, in my opinion. You might want to throw Thomas Sapuki in. It really depends. But I really think you're going to see a lot more rumors about Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendrick for sure, guys. Yep, here comes Mike Puma again. The buzz to start this offseason was the Mets might get 2 of the big 3 free agents, like we were talking about earlier in the video. Realmuto, Springer, Bauer, they got none. But Lindor, Carrasco, McCann, and May, it's not, headline news besides Lindor. But, it's a solid offseason. I have to say it is a solid offseason. I'm not completely mad. I'd rather have Realmuto over McCann. I feel like the Mets jumped the gun way too early on McCann. And I really think that the Mets could have got Realmuto because the only team that they were really fighting over was the Phillies. And I don't think the Phillies were going to go after Realmuto until there was no market for him and the price clearly went down. And I think the Mets could have got Realmuto if they actually tried to get Realmuto. But, they focused on McCann. They see McCann as a really good defensive player. With the bat, we're just going to have to wait and see. Because I don't know. In 2020, he was pretty good with the bat. In the second part of 2019, he was good with the bat, but he wasn't the starter with the White Sox. He was the backup. He played, but he was the backup. So we just have to see, how this team looks. Obviously the roster's not set yet. All right, so we just got the deal from Jeff Passan. Trevor Bauer, 3-year deal with the Dodgers, $102 million guaranteed, and for $40 million in 2021 and $45 million in 2022. He can opt out in each year. So basically, he got a better deal from the Dodgers. You know what? In all honesty, though, I'm not paying him $45 million. But you know what? The Dodgers basically matched the Mets offer. So that's probably why he went there. Yeah, Mets season. What's up, man? Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's true, but I know he had a hip problem last year, but I don't know. I still feel like he would be good. The production we could have got for Realmuto for the next 2 to 3 years, I think he would be way better than McCann. But you know what? We just have to wait and see, right? And what are we talking about Springer? Let me see. No, that's true. But see, I don't think they made that McCann decision over Realmuto because they didn't know they were going to get Springer or Bauer. I think they had a pretty good idea that they had a good chance of getting Springer. But I felt like what Sandy Alderson did, McCann was willing to sign early, and that's why the Mets jumped at it. And that's the only reason why I think they probably did it. But the Springer thing, see, here's the problem I have. If they were willing to give Bauer $40 million this year, why couldn't you give Springer another $25 million to be your center fielder? He's a right-handed bat. He's still really good defensively, even if he's a center fielder for the next 3 years, most likely. And then he has to transition to a corner outfield. At the end of the day, what window are we looking at to win a World Series? Cohen talked about 3 to 5 years. But DeGrom and Carrasco, if they have 2 to 3 really, really, like DeGrom has 3 solid Cy Young type seasons for the next 3 years. That's a 3-year window. What are we looking for? A 5, 6, 7-year window? I don't care about Ronnie Mauricio. I don't care about JD Davis. I don't care about certain things that is gonna affect us 6 years from now. We wasted enough years with DeGrom and his excellence and the best pitcher in baseball status. What happens if he starts declining? Then what? Then we have to start looking at Syndergaard. Is the Mets going to sign him? I don't think so. I don't think the Mets are going to pay all 3, Lindor, Conforto, and Syndergaard. I put up a video about that. It just seems that they will not probably pay all 3. Now, with this Bauer situation that we didn't get him, maybe they might have extra money, but again, we just don't know. I don't know, guys. This I really think puts a really difficult spin on things. Yeah. Well, yes. I'm reading Twitter right now while we're live, but somebody said, I guess Lindor telling the Mets, he's a good teammate and everything, and probably Lindor speaking to Bauer to come to the Mets wasn't enough. Well, clearly it wasn't. Like I said, Bauer was going to take the most money for sure, and the Dodgers were willing to give more money. So, it is what it is. Like I said, the Bauer to the Dodgers are so much more well established and more. They're better than the Mets right now. They were World Series champions last year. Putting Bauer with that team, that really, really great team, it solidifies them even more, But you know what? The Dodgers had to make this deal more than the Mets. And the only reason why I said it is because the Padres were making moves all off season and the Dodgers did nothing. So the Dodgers had to do something to, try to fight for the NL West with the Padres. That's going to be a battle. But at the end of the day, they're going to beat up on each other. Unless one team really going to dominate another, which probably ain't going to happen. You got two great teams going after each other. They're going to beat up each other, 18 games, they might both go 9-9 against each other. So it's, yeah, Hayden, boycott Bauer here, right? But you know what? It is what it is. It sucks. But at the end of the day, the Mets can use this money and better the team elsewhere right now. If it's a trade with Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks, Suarez and Gray with Cincinnati, maybe Jackie Bradley Jr. signing is imminent now. Maybe that's going to pick up a little bit. Jake Odorizzi, Taijuan Walker to solidify the back end of the rotation. We just got to wait and see. I think it's going to happen quickly, though. I don't think the Mets want to sit around right now because, spring training is what, a week and a half away? And I think these guys are going to start signing. I don't think a lot of these players are not going to wait until spring training starts to start signing, especially Jackie Bradley Jr. And a lot of these pitchers, the pitchers got to get to camp. They can't be messing around and not working out with the team and, working out to get ready for the season. All right, looking at Twitter a little bit more. Yes. A lot of frustrated people. Yeah. Thanks for joining in, guys. I'm really appreciating your support. Don't forget, guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you just tuned in, just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing a free jersey giveaway. This is the jersey I will be giving away, the 1987 road jersey. I'm going to be giving that away probably in the coming days. I'm going to do a video to show you how you guys can enter to win the free jersey. The reason why I'm doing it, I hit 200 subscribers. So I want to celebrate with you guys and for your support to give everybody a chance to win this jersey. It's a really nice jersey. It's a pullover. It's the only year they actually use this script in Mets history. So it's one of my favorite jerseys. So look out for that video to learn how you can win the free jersey giveaway. All right, guys? So it's a little update on this jersey, why I'm wearing it today. Check the comments. What's up, Hayden? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to spend another 10 minutes with you guys so I can go edit some of my videos so I can start posting them so you guys can enjoy those videos and, see what the next move is for the Mets. I'm trying to look at like information that I'm trying to find across Twitter, across all these social media pages or these news outlets to see if I find any crazy rumors going around. Maybe the Cubs and Mets, Reds and Mets. Yeah, according to Joel Sherman, the Mets went hard after Bauer. So offer was roughly 3 years, $110 million with similar opt-outs year 1 and 2. But total was about 40 in each of the year. Deal was comparable or more, but the Hollywood kid took the hometown greatly run defending champs. Well, you know what? Hey. Thanks, Mindy. Have a good day. Yeah, Transistor Man, I agree. I think that's one of the possible trades that can come up in the coming days. But you also can look at the Brian and Kendrick's deal also. The Mets are already talking to the Cubs about them earlier in the offseason. So that can pick up steam again, just like the Suarez Gray rumors. You can also look at the Jose Ramirez with Cleveland, but that it really depends on the teams that you're trying to get these guys from. What are they looking for? Are they trying to dump money, or are they trying to get big prospects? Yeah, you might have missed it, but I did talk about Taijuan Walker. Also, that's another option. I like Taijuan Walker more than Jake Odorizzi, and we probably can get him on like a 2-year deal, maybe $25 million, maybe. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, man, and the live streams. Keep supporting. I'm gonna do a lot more videos. Hoping to head to spring training by the end of the month to try to go to the opening game in spring training. But I got to make sure my job allows me with this whole COVID stuff with traveling. My job tells me no, I can't go. I can't go. But I would love to go out there. I'd love to do a couple of live videos from there, live streaming at Port St. Lucie. Do a couple of videos from there. Be pretty cool. Take a lot of pictures, but I have to see. But Transistor, man, thank you for the support, man. Glad you joined in. Yeah, so again, Bauer to the Dodgers. It seemed like the Dodgers gave him 40 million, 45 million for the first year, and then opt-outs every other year after that. So he clearly gave a little bit more. He got more from the Dodgers, so it is what it is. The Mets tried hard, but you know what? It seemed like the Mets tried hard with enough of the free agents, and they didn't get them. The Springer deal, I think they had their limit, and they just didn't get Springer. But my problem is, and I talked about this a little early in the live stream, if you were going to give $40 million this year to Bauer, I would have gave the extra $25 million for Springer. He clearly would have signed with the Mets if it was 6 years, 150 and matched the Blue Jays. And it would have been that right-handed bat in the lineup. It would have been the center fielder that we needed. He probably could have been a really good to well above average center fielder for the next 2 to 3 years, possibly longer. And then he would transition to a corner outfield. But the Mets saw otherwise. Maybe, I think we need that right-handed bat. So, no matter what trade or we might look at with third base when it comes to Chris Bryant, Suarez, and Ramirez, it's only replacing J.D. Davis as the right-handed bat. So we're not adding the right-handed bat into this lineup. So that really doesn't help, but you will have a better offensive player and a better defensive player no matter which one you go for, Suarez, Bryant, or Ramirez. Transistor, man, people will mock us about this, but you know what? We will be okay. The team, as it is, gets into the playoffs. In my opinion, we don't need to panic. Oh, no, I don't think anybody's really panicking. I really think why more Met fans got so involved with Bauer was yesterday, was because there were so many reports from legitimate reporters that we all follow on Twitter. Talked about Mets are close to signing Bauer. Bauer's a done deal with the Mets. That's what really hyped us up. And Met fans went into today thinking Bauer's going to be a Met, and they got hyped up. That's the bigger thing. The same thing with Springer. Everybody thought Springer was going to be a Met, and then Toronto came in and swooped in with that offer, and the Mets didn't match. It is what it is. The hype was hard for Bauer since yesterday. During a week and a half, there was interest. People were talking about it, but nobody thought it was serious enough when the Mets were the biggest bidder for Bauer. The Dodgers came in. Clearly, Bauer wanted them. Wanted the Dodgers, and the Dodgers paid more. If the Mets I wonder if the Mets would have matched that offer and said, "All right, we'll match the Dodgers offer." Would he have been a Met? Probably not. He would have probably still went to the Dodgers. Again, he's from Southern California, so he goes back to Southern California, and you know what? I don't wish any injury on him or anything like that. But I hope he gets beat up when the Mets face the Dodgers. I hope he gets killed. I hope the Mets score 15 runs off of him, and he's facing DeGrom. That's even better. And DeGrom pitches better than him. But all right, guys. So we're gonna shut this live stream down. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank you for your support. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't liked the video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, guys, I'm going to be doing a free jersey giveaway. This is the jersey right here, 1987 Road Mets jersey with the script, New York script. The only year in their history that they used the script. I'm going to be posting a video in the coming days on how you can enter to win this free jersey giveaway. So look out for that, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting me to 200 subscribers. Keep on supporting, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. And let's go Mets. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining in.